ahead and grab the hubcap and gently tug away. Using a 19mm socket, we're going to go ahead and remove the lug nuts. Go ahead and grab the wheel, remove it and set it aside. Using a 21mm socket, we're going to go ahead and remove the nut off of the tie rod end here. So we're just going to go ahead and thread the nut on just a little bit to capture this unit here. We're going to go ahead and strike the end of the knuckle. That should pop the tie rod end out. With that now loose, we'll go ahead and remove the nut the rest of the way and pull the tie rod out. I want to break our jam nut free there. Now what we want to do is spin off our tie rod end, and we're going to count the amount of revolutions it takes to thread it off of the inner tie rod. Now we are taking a preliminary count of 18 full revolutions to get our outer tie rod on. Let's go ahead and start this. I'm going to spin that jam nut down just to hold it in place. Remove our castle nut for the outer tie rod. Give that a couple bonks. Let's go ahead and line that up with our knuckle. Let's go ahead and snug down this nut. I'm going to go ahead and torque this to 33 foot-pounds. Once you torque it to 33 foot-pounds, it is an additional 95 degrees, which is a hair bit more than a quarter of a rotation. So we're going to go there is a quarter. There we go. Now once you crank that nut down to that 95 degrees, you want to make sure that the notch in your castle nut here lines up with the hole in the ball joint. If it doesn't, go ahead and just tighten it up a little bit more to get it to that notch there. Feed your cotter pin through. And go ahead and get that bent over. Snip off the excess. I'm going to go ahead and tighten down our jam nut here. I'm going to go ahead and adjust your outer tie rod just so it's level. At this point here, once this is done, you get your wheel remounted. Go ahead and go down and get your alignment done. Go ahead and install your wheel. Go ahead and get all your lug nuts started by hand. Go ahead and snug these down. I'm going to go ahead and torque the lug nuts down to 103 foot-pounds. Do this in a crisscross or star pattern. If your vehicle has a wheel cap, you want to pay attention and check for any notches in the cap. This is going to be the spot where you want to line up with your valve stem. Line that up. Press it on.